Hello. Hi. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Revere Human Rights Commission meeting of December 5th, 2024. I'm glad to see everyone who is here today. Before we start, I will now call a meeting to order. Before we start our meeting, I'm just going to have a roll call of commissioners who are here. Chair Hosseini is present. Commissioner Sumaya Larousi.
Present.
Dr. Garcia.
Present.
Commissioner Carew Pitch.
Present.
Attorney Molly McGee.
Present.
And I see a fellow DIA Director, Steve Morbido. For tonight's meeting, Chief Wright and Chief Callahan will no longer be here. Will not be in today's meeting. However, we will say something towards the end of the meeting regarding Chief Wright, so stay tuned for that. Before we start our meeting, I would like for everyone to look at the mission of the Human Rights Commission. We're going to read that before we start our meeting, whenever we are ready. The mission of the Revere Human Rights Commission is to promote human and civil rights and empower all people of Revere by ensuring that everyone, especially the most vulnerable and marginalized, have equitable opportunities, equal access, and are treated with dignity, respect, fairness, and kindness. Oh, justice. Wow. For moving on to the land acknowledgement, as something that we do every meeting, is that we acknowledge that we are in indigenous land and native land, the land of the Pawtucket. We invite any indigenous peoples or native peoples in our city to join our meetings now and for all present and future meetings. I would like for someone to set a motion to approve the minutes from the November 7th monthly meeting.
Motion to approve the minutes, Madam Chair.
I'll second it.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. For the monthly acknowledgements, wow. December 1st starts the Universal Human Rights Month. December 1st was also World AIDS Day. December 3rd was International Day for People with Disabilities. December 7th will be Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. December 10th is International Human Rights Day. December 20th is International Human Solidarity Day. December 21st is the Winter Solstice. December 24th is Christmas Eve. December 25th is Christmas. December 26th is Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa starts up until January 1st. And the Hanukkah menorah lighting will be on December 30th, 2024 from 4 to 5 p.m. To add on to upcoming events are happening in our city. On December 10th, the school department is hosting a presentation on immigration and the learning comings of the Revere High School. I would like to give space for Dr. Garcia to present more information on that.
Yeah, that's right. On December 10th, Revere Public Schools, in partnership with MIRA. MIRA stands for Massachusetts Immigration and Refugee Advocacy Coalition. And the goal of this organization is to really come in and give parents and families a little bit training about their constitutional rights. As we know, we have a different climate in this country now. And obviously, we are a district that serves a significant number of students from a wide range of latitudes around the world. And obviously, it's not secret to anyone that we serve a lot of undocumented students and undocumented families. And we are all a little bit worried about some of the ideas that have been put in motion by the incoming administration, especially with the idea about massive deportation and other types of things that have been pushed. And it's our job as leaders, not just leaders of the school, but leaders of the community, to really stand up and advocate for those whose voices have been always absent from decision-making process and other types of things. So those are our students. Those are our people that we interact with every day, families, parents, students, caregivers. And they are the ones who really make up the fabric of the city. If you look at our demographics, 64% of our kids are from Latin American countries. And certainly, it will be disaster. And we want to bring as many organizations as possible, those who really stand up with those who are vulnerable, to really come and train us and train the families and bring that distress and anxiety a little bit down. It's important for us these are difficult times. It's important for us to stand up and work with families and support them. So they'll be there from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. in the Learning Commons at the high school, and we want all of you to come. This is an opportunity for you to be there, ask questions, and also listen to some of the advices and some of the, and get some of the resources that probably will serve you, as we go through this difficult journey in this country. So show up, make your voice heard, attend the training. That's important to all of you, and I'll be there also supporting you. I'm sure that many of us will show up and support our families, our caregivers, because they deserve it. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that, Dr. Garcia. Is there a flyer for that event that will happen? Do you mind if you could send it over just so we could put it on the Revere Human Rights Commission website? Thank you very much, sir. I believe there's also another event that will be happening at the Revere Public Library on Saturday regarding Cambodian history. I believe it's like a book. I don't know much information about that, but Commissioner Pitcher or Attorney McGee can speak on that just so we can let the public know about that. That's happening in the city as well.
I'm so excited to speak about this. Yes. The little that I do know, there is a book release for a former resident of Revere who is a renowned scholar, poet, and author, and we are looking to get former residents, current residents out to support this former resident of Revere and somebody that I hope will tell part of the story of Revere we haven't heard before. I'm looking forward to going. I'm looking forward to participating in Revere hosting events like this.
Thank you very much for that, Molly. I think it would also be great to get insight on what, especially since he is talking about a prominent group that has been in Revere for a long time. It would get awesome insight on the Revere History project that Attorney McGee is currently working on. So I can't wait to see that as well. In the next meeting on the agenda, we did mention that it says like reflection on the basics of immigration. That was the event that happened yesterday in the Revere Public Library from 4 to 6:30. That's basically, if we're getting any information from that event, as soon as we get some sort of presentation regardless of the event, we're going to post it on our website for people to have access to. Additionally, is very similar to what is going to be happening at the Revere Public Schools on December 10th. So if you did miss that, you also have a chance to learn something about immigration in regards to what's happening in the current social climate on December 10th at Revere High School at the Learning Commons. Additionally, I just would like to make present that Chief Callahan has joined us for today's meeting. Welcome back, Chief Callahan. I think moving on from that, there isn't much on the agenda. We do have a short agenda today, since there wasn't much to go on other than like what happened in the circle and stuff like that. But the next thing on the agenda is acknowledging Chief Bright. I know that he physically is not here, but I'm gonna give space for everyone to speak about Chief Bright, but I want to say in representation of the Human Rights Commission that it was an honor to have Chief Bright on the Human Rights Commission. He was been here since day one. He was an OG, as we say, inducted with the rest of us back in 2020. I do appreciate all of his efforts to be in our meetings and to also, thank you for his insights and his dedication to the city, even beyond the Human Rights Commission, but as the chief of firefighters and just part of the firefighting team in the city of Revere. I'll open it up to anyone in the commission to really, address how they feel about Chief Bright and just express their gratitude for all the work that he's done with the city.
The only meeting that Chief Bright has missed has been the one we're supposed to be celebrating him. So I think that speaks volumes about who he was. It was definitely an honor to work with him and serve with him, and he's somebody that I would look forward to seeing around Revere again.
Thank you, Attorney McGee.
Well, I am honored to be in this team with Chief Bright. I appreciate his commitment, dedication to not only to the team and also to the work of Human Rights Commissions. He's been showing up and also really, speak volumes. Okay. So we hope that we get to celebrate him and honor him in person.
I could speak about him on a very personal level. I think of him as like my third father. I saw him as a father figure, and he gave me insight on things in the city that I really didn't have before, and really gave me the, pathway to really know how Revere works so that we could have these meetings, so I could enter these meetings with a completely different mindset that I had before. So I do want to thank him for that and all this time that he's dedicated to us. If there isn't anyone else that would like to speak on him, I would Chief Callahan, go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just want to say that Chief Bright is a consummate professional, dedicated to the fire department in the city of Revere for over 35 years, and he's always been there for the community. The community has always come first with Chief Bright. And myself, as well as the Human Rights Commission, he's going to be missed, dearly missed, and I just wish him well in his retirement. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chief Callahan. Go ahead, Dr. Garcia.
I also would like to add my words to what everyone has expressed. I think Chief Bright is a professional. I have met him since, I'd probably say 10 years ago when I was a high school principal. He always been a professional, a man with a lot of integrity. And certainly, he taught me a lot of things about Revere. Each city is unique in itself. So, and he embraced the cause. I remember a training that we got about 2 or 3 years ago. And I truly see his true character, that he really believed in this stuff. He really believed in the work that we're doing around defending human rights, defending universal values, and issues related to equity, inclusion. So we got a nice chat. It gave me a perspective into his soul to really see who this man is all about. So it will be certainly missed, and I wish him a well-deserved, retirement. It's a very hard profession. Being a, fighter is a very tough job, and being as a leader, I'm sure that puts a little bit extra on the job. So, well done. I think that we will keep you in our memories for years to come.
Thank you very much, Dr. Garcia.
Thank you. Just to add on, I guess me, as well as some people who are not present today but have also joined around the same time as me, I feel comfortable in saying for all of us that in our short time, it has been a pleasure to be working with Chief Bright, especially knowing his background as a first responder and how important that is to serving the community. And I look forward to, are we planning to reschedule for, yes? Okay. I'm sure everyone is looking forward to celebrating him at a different time. And we're all excited for him to be entering a new part of his life in retirement.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Laducci. I would like to pass the mic to Director Morabito to continue furthering honoring Chief Bright.
Thank you. Chief Bright, amazing individual, great integrity, character. I've known him for a long time. I've known his family. I've known him when I was a city councilor. I've worked with him then. I've had experience dealing with him now that I'm a director in the city. He's always willing to listen, open for explanation. He takes the time to elaborate on things, whether it was asking about procedures on fire pits in the summer that a constituent had a question on, or barbecues being on the porch. You know, he just always took the time, and he was never above anyone. He always had that mentality of, hey, I'm on the same page as you. And that goes a long way, and it shows in his career. He climbed the steps of success with admiration of his peers and coworkers, and that says a lot being working for a municipality, because there's always decisiveness, and with him there never was. So I just want to take a moment to read a couple things. The Human Rights Commission was going to present this plaque to...
Sorry to cut you off, Director. Karu would like to say
okay.
some words before
Sorry,
you say
I
anything.
apologize.
My apologies for that.
No.
So
it's
I will
me.
read this afterwards. I apologize. I ran up and down 3 flights of stairs, so I thought Commissioner Pitch already spoke. I apologize.
Don't be apologetic. I just want to add one more opportunity to thank Chief Bright on a different level besides, sitting with him in the commission team. He also has been supportive of survivor domestic violence. He always come through and support Harbor Cove, either for training, and also he makes it visible. I remember that when we had a White Ribbon Day campaign asking men and boys to stand up and wearing white ribbon, and one day he's not only wearing that white ribbon on that day that we had the campaign, but I ran into him randomly and I saw him wore that white ribbon, and I was so impressed and honored to see a man in leader and stand up for survivor domestic violence on a regular basis, not just the day that he attended the event and the campaign. So I just want to appreciate him for that. I'm honored to have him as a friend, as a coworker. I mean, not coworker, as a colleague on the commissioner, Human Rights Commissioning. Oh my God, I can't speak today. I am honored to sit in a team with him, especially doing this work for the last, I would say 4 years, and he will be missed terribly, and I hope that he will continue to show up in the community, and that we can utilize a lot of his insights and his intelligence. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Pitch. Continue, Director Morabito.
was so excited to read this, jumped the gun. So this first certificate is from Mayor Patrick Keefe, a certificate of recognition in recognition of your 4 years of service and dedication as Commissioner of the Revere Human Rights Commission. Your efforts have made a lasting impact on the city of Revere. Congratulations are hereby accorded to Chief Christopher Bright. This certificate is presented by the Mayor of City of Revere, Massachusetts, on behalf of its citizens this 5th day of December in the year of our Lord 2024 in the independence of the United States of America, the 248th. Signed by City Clerk Ashley Melnick and Mayor Patrick Keefe. This next plaque was supposed to be presented by the Human Rights Commission, all the commissioners. Presented with deep appreciation to Chief Christopher P. Bright in recognition of his lifelong commitment to humanitarian efforts and outstanding contributions to the Human Rights Commission, 2020 to 2024.
Thank you very much for presenting that, Director Steve Morabito. Other than that, I mean, there's nothing else on the agenda. We do have an open forum. There's no one in the audience, or, I mean, we don't have a Zoom. Is there anyone in the commission that would like to bring something up for us to discuss before we end our meeting? Go ahead.
So I have some good news to announce. One of our commissioners was nominated for Black Excellence and will be recognized by the Juneteenth Association in February, Dr. Garcia. And I just informed him today.
Congratulations, Dr. Garcia.
Congratulations, Dr. G.
Something very well deserved. Very well deserved. Thank you very much for letting us know about that. All congrats to both Chief Bright and, of course, Dr. Garcia on this amazing news. Is there any other commissioner or committee member that would like to bring up a topic for us to discuss before we end our meeting?
I would just like to speak on that, since before I didn't get a chance to highlight the amazing work that the school department is doing to bring education about immigration to our very diverse school. I've had a chance to do some volunteer work through my work with Dr. Garcia, and we often speak about the work that you do, Dr. Garcia, in passing, as if it's not life-changing for these students, as if it's not monumental for this community. To be a part of and see the work that we're doing to keep ICE out of schools, to keep the policing away from our students when they're in school so that they can just learn, especially when we want to keep Revere a safe community. It's amazing to have somebody in the school department that's a leader that can do that for kids that are my clients in this city. It's nice to be an attorney representing those students, knowing I can trust at Revere School what they're learning. And as somebody that has the privilege that this does not directly affect me, because I don't have to worry about ICE coming for me, I still am a privileged person in this community that we will speak about this in front of our students and let them know that we're allies, we're here, it matters for us and them, and that's how we stand as a community together. So I just heard about this award that you're getting. It couldn't be a more fine way to end 2024 and all the things you've been a part of, all the things that you've helped facilitate for this commission, including celebrating Native American history, the trip that we just took to Plymouth. The school department stepped up and was there for us in ways that honestly no one in the city is able or willing to be there. So I, as an adult, am continuing to benefit from the educational services in Revere, and that is incredible, because through education, we have liberation and freedom for our people, and thank you. Thank you for believing in that, and thank you for highlighting, Director Morabito, this very well-deserved award for my friend and colleague.
Go right ahead, Dr. Garcia.
Now, I'm a little bit emotional, but I'm going to still say a few words. I just want to thank you all. I need people to work with me to get this done. I'm an immigrant myself, and I have lived under very different conditions throughout my life. Immigration has been my path, has been my journey, has been my life. When I do look into, and I was an ESL teacher. I taught bilingual education in Brockton for 11 years. My entire family has deep immigrant roots that I cannot avoid of, and I cannot stand, aside. When I hear fear. When I look into the eyes of kids, I can see fear. When I do talk to a parent from Colombia, from any other country, that has no documentation, but is here, that particular parent is here, that parent has children, or one child with us in Revere Public Schools, I listen. And it really doesn't matter who the person is. My job, I do it because I feel a call to do it. And sometimes I go above and beyond. I say things, and people say, well, you say things sometimes that are not conventional. I don't want to be conventional. That's who I am. And being conventional, sometimes you can conform. I will not conform. And the reason I don't conform is because we have kids that are with us that we have to protect and teach. Those are the kids. They are the sons and daughters of taxpayers in our city. They are doing jobs that a regular American probably would not do. And they still being under the gun, fearing massive deportation. And when I hear radical activists or conservative activists or talking that way, it really shakes the real foundation of this country, which is was based on immigrants, African Americans, and other groups. So I cannot just stand and not defend the cause. It's a call that I have to respond. And and our school department has been a champion in that direction. There's no doubt about it. I remember one day, right after the election, somebody asked me, "No what? Now what? We have done all this equity work, now what?" We feel a sense of defeated or being defeated. My response to him was, no, this is not time to feel defeated. And I will tell you the same thing now. This is not time to be defeated, to feel down. This is time to double down, to reinforce our vision and continue to fight the good fight and get our community where it needs to be. And it's our job to defend the people that live in the city. I just was entering through the corridor. I was walking. I see so many immigrant families in the hallway with Christmas tree and taking pictures. How wonderful is that? You can clearly see that there's a culture shift in our city hall, in the community. And it's only if we stand together that we will be able to defeat the trend that we see evolving in this country. It cannot be done otherwise. I'm not going to be able to do it alone. I will count on you, and I hope that we can work together towards that. So I appreciate the great words that came from you, Steve Morabito, Attorney Molly. But this is all of us, joining this journey so that we can keep our community safe and we create a space where everyone has a voice and a space that people feel that that are safe. They really doing amazing things. So those are the words I would like to leave you guys with. Thank you all.
Thank you very much for that, Dr. Garcia. Go right ahead, Commissioner Pitch.
I am so excited to hear this, that I always call Dr. Garcia a world-renowned leader. And to receiving this award, it's well-deserved and it's long overdue from the city. And I have the privilege to collaborate with the school department and through Dr. Garcia that we are able to bring a lot of domestic violence awareness and training to not only faculties, but also to families and parents. We also had the opportunity to collaborate to host the Black History Month with a beautiful show and history of a Black ancestor. And not only that, we have also brought the Restorative Justice Circle into the school, and the school also have been doing the Restorative Justice Circle, which is a different form of doing effective work. It's a different way to involve the community to promote equity and inclusion within the Restorative Justice Circle. And I am honored and then also want to give you a lot of credits for taking on the tasks that are not traditional, that are not a regular mainstream tradition, how we do work in our community, and take on that piece is so important. Not only, I have a son and daughter, and also a daughter who went to Revere Public Schools, and also a son who is in public school. And to have a leader who can find different way to involve the parents and kids, it's an honor, and it's also, I always say, it speaks volume. And you create a space that parent and community can trust. And today, on a personal level, I encourage a parent to connect with you to navigate some of the system that they can support their children and the community. So I'm not only honored to have the privilege to collaborate and work with you, I also appreciate the work that you have been doing throughout your career, locally, nationally, internationally. So it's a privilege to sit in this room with you, Dr. Garcia.
Thank you, Commissioner Peach, for those wonderful words. I truly appreciate it.
Thank you much, everyone, and congratulations once again to Dr. Garcia. Before we move on to closing out the meeting, is there anything else that Commissioner or a committee member would like to bring up before we close out?
One more additional thing,
Go ahead.
Madam Chairwoman, thank you. I wanted to elevate, since the last meeting, when a citizen joined our circle, the issues that were presented about hate crimes within the city. I'm happy that this has provided a forum for people to feel that they could come and speak, and that would get the attention of the City Hall through the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Director and Chief Callahan, who's sitting with us, and that we could elevate the voices of the most marginalized, which is our charge here on this commission. So thank you for those that are willing to come forward, have come forward, and for the people that are sitting on this commission willing to work through those issues.
Thank you very much for that, Attorney Molly McGee. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything else. Before we end, I also would like to echo Molly's points that we are here to hear about what's going on in the city, and that this is a place for people to come with any concerns. So, and this is something that I've also mentioned in the minutes. If the people who who are watching this video come to read that we are here to address or investigate anything that happens in the city to the best of our abilities, and we will work with the appropriate people to do that. With that being said, I would like someone to set a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great evening.